Hi, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Denisha from Planning with Precision. And in today's video, I'm going to show you 5 really cool teacher hacks that you can use for your classroom. And it's good for not only new teachers, but also veteran teachers. So I'll go around the classroom, show you that, do a little bit of a classroom vlog and show you some things we've been working on. I've been doing a lot with thinking maps, so I wanted to show you some of those. They turned out really great. And if you're new also, I would love for you to subscribe, so don't forget to press that subscribe button. All right, so here we go.
That's good.
So teacher hacks are pretty important in my classroom because I'm always trying to find ways to save time and to make things better and to just be more effective. So I thought I'd share with you the ones that I like to use the most, and you can see the materials I use, see how I use them, and then we'll just go from there. So for this hack, I used one rubber band on the soap. You may want to use more than one depending on how much soap you want your students to have access to. And this just helps so that they are not using so much soap. The rubber band kind of limits it. So I love this one. I use it all the time and it really works. Again, I use one. Sometimes you may need to use more than one. It's totally up to you. So for this particular hack, I use a binder clip, a regular binder clip, and the journals that the students use. I use journals for everything. I use them for writing, for math, for reading. And I realized that the students sometimes have a hard time, especially for kindergarten, they have a hard time remembering where they left off. I don't like them skipping pages and wasting pages, so an easy way to have them get to their page very quickly is to have them put a binder clip on the page that they left off on. That way they can easily get back to where they need to go. Doesn't waste any time and it's super easy. So these I got at the Dollar Tree, and what I mostly use them for is I put dice in them so that when the kids do an activity or a game that involves dice, they just have to shake the little container. That way the dice doesn't go flying everywhere like it normally does. So they don't have to actually roll it, they just shake it inside this container. It stays put and they can still read the number, and it's really great. Again, I got this at the Dollar Tree. You get a pack of them, and I use them all the time. For this hack, I love using baskets for my center materials, and the kids all have a number that I write on the board right up here, and they all know their number. They're either 1, 2, 3, or 4 because I have 4 kids per group, and I have 6 groups. And so whatever number it is of the day, that's the person that's in charge of the basket. They take the basket with them around as they rotate to their centers, and all the materials that they need for their centers are in the baskets. It makes it super easy for me, for the kids, and even if I have a sub, it's so easy. So this has been a game changer for me, and it makes things so organized, and it makes sense. So I got these baskets at, again, Dollar Tree. And I have 6 of them, 1 for each group, and it works perfectly. Okay, I think this is more of like a tip than a hack, but what I have found to be very successful is right near my guided reading area. I always have this bookshelf that has all the materials that I need for guided reading. And I do change it out whenever I need to, but I have leveled books up here. I have more leveled books according to our theme. I have baskets with pencils and crayons. And again, some more leveled books depending on the level that the students are at and what groups that they're in. So this helps me a lot. It's like right at my fingertips. It's really close when I need it. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna quickly walk around and grade some of the journals that I didn't get to do while the kids are out at recess. So we've been writing about weather, so I wanna make sure that they have their sentences on weather, that they stay on topic, they have all of their, like the capital spaces, sight words written correctly, punctuation, things like that I've been teaching that I look for. I'll go through and start and collect it, and that way I can put it in their cubbies and they can take it home. So for the thinking maps, what I've been doing is I've been focusing a lot with circle maps and bubble maps. There's a lot of them, but for kindergarten, I find that these are the two easiest ones to start off with. And it's basically a way for them to learn how to organize their thinking and put the content into an organized fashion. So there's a ton of ways you can do it. Right now we're talking a lot with weather and seasons. I've done one on weather, I'll show you that in a minute. Now we're working on the sun. So you put your content or your topic in the middle, and then you write anything around it that the kids come up with. So we're talking about the sun, so we're talking about how the sun can be helpful and harmful. And then from there, I usually do whole group writing where they do their own circle map. And then from there, we take one or two of the phrases that we want to write about, and then I have them put a star next to it. And from that, that's what we build our two sentences on. So I'll show you one down here, if I can hide the name. Oh, these are the suns they made with the dot markers. Those came out really cute too. So from there, we take it to writing. And so we wanted to write about how the sun helps living things grow and how it's large and hot. So we turned those into sentences, and they wrote about it, and they got to draw their picture. So that was really fun. So this one is an example of a bubble map where your topic again goes in the middle, and then you write bubbles all around it about the topic. But the only difference from this one is everything around it needs to be an adjective. It's supposed to be an adjective, so it's supposed to describe your topic. So we'll do that first, and then I have the kids put a star next to the one they want to write about, and then we turn it into some sentences. So again, I'll cover this name. And the student wrote, I like snowy weather. I also like rainy weather. So they got to write about what they liked. Also, with the part of my theme about weather, seasons, and the effects of the sun, I always have like a key concept that we always talk about and relate to our topic. So for this unit, our key concept is change, and we talk about how the sun can change from also being helpful to harmful. And so this is always up for the students to see. I have different key concepts. Sometimes it's form, change, reflection, there's a lot of them. But for this week, it's change. So they're getting really good at always reflecting on how the sun changes from helpful to harmful. And that key concept can also be used with different topics. It can be used in math, anything. And that's what I love about these key concepts, is that they can be transferable to whatever topic you're teaching. And then towards the end of my theme, I always go over actions. I feel it's really important for students to understand how they can respond to their learning, reflect on their learning, and just not just forget about it, but always have it in the back of their head and always know how to continue to learn about that topic or anything else they want to learn about. So just because we're done doesn't necessarily mean we're actually finished with that. They can always keep learning about it. So I talk about actions they can take. So since we're learning about the sun, my question is, how can we learn more about the sun? And they come up with their ideas of how they can continue their learning even outside the classroom. So they came up with, we can ask more questions about the sun and find the answers. We can watch videos about the sun. We can read more books about the sun. And I basically just take like the first 3 or 4 and I post them. But they come up with all ways that they can continue learning about whatever topic we're studying, so that they are always inquiring, always curious, always wanting to learn. So I really hope you enjoyed that video. Again, if you have any questions, leave the comments down below. You can also get a hold of me on Instagram, leave your comments, message me there. I love doing videos for anything that you guys have questions on or want to see. Again, don't forget to subscribe, and until then, take care. I'll see you next time. Bye.